Hamwezi fanyia hiyo side juu ya jua.
Of course.
Oh.
Most of you were there and saw what happened. We have just very few things to say. Number one is that there is always the rule of law. And we are aware of all the protocols that have been said by the government. And that we also are Kenyans. And wherever we hold our meetings, we ensure that we observe all the regulations and the rules, COVID rules, are set by the government, that is Ministry of Interior and also Ministry of Health. But it is unfortunate that today, the incidents that you have seen, and it has been happening, that there is a certain group of people who are allowed to do their meetings uninterrupted. In fact, even with police protection. We have seen them in several places, and one of the notorious one in Kajiado, whereby you get 50 people seated, even not observing COVID rules, and also they receive protection, and nobody complains about that. Again, there are meetings all over the country. Even if you walk here today, in the marketplace, you get more than 200 people. You go to border sheds, and you see more than 20 people standing there. In schools and everywhere else, meetings are happening. So what as a party we are wondering, and I believe that Kenyans are also wondering, why discrimination? And today, you don't need to go to any school. You don't need to get any dictionary to know the meaning of what discrimination, because it's all over. The other day, you saw convoy of vehicles, very senior people, citizens of this country, addressing public rallies, not even holding small meetings, organized public rallies. The following day, you see UDA being tear-gassed. Today, TSP being tear-gassed, because we are reaching our people. We want to remind them and Kenyans that already we are on the election cycle has started. There are timelines as political parties that we have to adhere to. And from next year, February, IEBC will start asking us whether you have put our house in order. And if any party will not be able to comply with the regulations set with the election act, then the parties will be barred from participating in the next general election. And therefore, all what we are doing is to ensure that we fulfill those requirements. And that is, we are not offending anybody. And therefore, what we are asking the government is that let us only have fair competition. We are asking that let us have fair competition and level playing ground. Because everybody can see, even today as we speak, people are still holding meetings. Where we were, we know there were other meetings going on, but they choose to come and break one. You can break the meetings, but you are not going to break our resolve. We can assure you, yes, we shall continue meeting our people as long as we observe COVID laws. And if you want to lead by example also. If you are telling Kenyans there is no political gathering, please differentiate between a political gathering and seminars whereby we are educating our own people. And lastly, you cannot talk of any country that is advancing, a country that's supposed to be democratic, without politics. And therefore, for us, we are not going to beg any permission. One thing I want to assure you is that as long as we have fulfilled the guidelines as set by the ministry, we shall never ask for those permits. Why do you want us to ask permits when you are not asking for any permit when you perform your duties? Days of intimidation are gone. You can intimidate people, you can coerce them, but every one day, the sun will still rise and the sun will still set. Today, sijua imetokea leo, na sasa inaenda kutua. Na vile tutaka kuelezea Wakenya ni kwamba sisi tutatii sheria. Lakini sheria haiwezi tumika kwa mara mbili. Yani kuna sheria ya Wakenya wengine who are more Kenyans than others, na sheria ya sisi wengine. Atuwe kama uko mrengo fulani, lazima uende ukachukue barua kwa polisi ili ukutane na watu yako 20, watu 30. Na wale wengine ambaye wako sawa kwa serikali, ambaye kwa ile mlengo ambaye iko sawa sawa. Hawa wanafanya mikutano mchana na usiku, mnaiona mikutano huko Kajiado kila siku ikifanyika na hakuna barua yote wanaitisha, na pia wanapewa askari ya kusimamia mikutano yao. Tunataka kuelezea ni kitu moja. Kila siku ambaye inakusha lazima tutapata siku ingine ambaye inaifuata. Saa hii tuko mwezi wa 6. Hakuna mtu atasuia mwezi wa 6 kuisha. Tutaingia mwezi wa 7. Na tukiendelea tu, kuna wengine watakuja kuona kumekusha. Kwa sababu uchaguzi unakuja. Na tumesema hii uchaguzi lazima ufanyike kuambatana na katiba ya Kenya vile imewekwa. Na hakuna mtu atasogesha uchaguzi. Na kwa hivyo hii maneno mingi ya kuleta confusion ili kwanza muanze kusema ati uchaguzi haiwezi fanyika. Hii maneno mengine ya kufunga wengine mikono nyuma na wengine mmefungua na mnataka wapiganie kwa ile ring moja, hiyo haitakubalika. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa nini wewe ukubalia watu yako wafanye mikutano? Wewe mwenyewe unaenda kufanya mikutano ya kisiasa. Unaenda kwa public rallies. Lakini wengine wakikutana watu 20, watu 15, unataka kuvuruga mikutano yao. Unaweza furuga mikutano, lakini Wakenya wameamua. Na Wakenya wanajua ni wapi wanaenda. Wakenya wanajua ni nani hawatachagua na ni nani watachagua. Wakenya wanajua ni chama gani kinaendelea kusoroteka na ni vyama gani ambaye zinaendelea kuvuma. Hakuna hatua tutachukua. Manake tumeishi kwa hii dunia miaka mingi sana. Nimekuwa kwa siasa more than 20 years. Haya yote nimeyaona. Lakini it is very unfortunate that ile nimeona siku ya leo ni yale ambaye yalitendeka 20 years ago wakati wa Moi. Na ile tabia nimeona siku ya leo ni ile tu ilitekelezwa na Moi. Kufuja mikutano, kugandamiza Wakenya, lakini hata Moi alienda nyumbani. Kwa hivyo sisi hatuna shida hata kidogo, hakuna mtu tutashtaki, hakuna mtu tutauliza chochote. Wakitaka kushika sisi wachike sisi, tutaenda kotini, koti zitatuachilia, ziko huru na tutaendelea na siasa yetu.
Let me say that today we had a wonderful meeting, and our meeting was actually to sell the ideas of our party. All of us here in Tharaka Nithi, we want to make it a stronghold for TSP party. And TSP is a party we have loved because of its policies. We have loved because of the principles we are seeing in that party. And therefore, today when we had a meeting, it was surprising to see us being actually Teargas being thrown on us, which was very unfortunate. Because we believe every Kenyan has a right to join any party of his choice. Whether it's KANU, whether it's KANDU, whether it's ODM, or it's CSP, even the parties which are yet to be formed. Kwa hivyo, this intolerance, which we are seeing today, actually the government should sit down and decide on the way to solve intolerance. Because we don't want a system whereby if I want to join a party which is not friendly to you, you are actually unhappy. People in Mara have been denied access to this party. And what we are going to do is that we are going to continue our recruitment of the members of that party. Because people want to hear what will happen. People want to understand what are the principles governing that party. And our Rinda, who is Mwangi Kiunjuri, we believe he would have talked very well to those people, and people were very eager to listen to him. But the police interrupted the meeting for their own reasons. And if we go that way, Kenya will become ungovernable. Because we will not understand a reason. Nobody has given us a reason why, if we are obeying the COVID protocols, why somebody should come there and teargas us. We want a system where we are given equal right, where we are everybody democratic rights are not being tampered with, where each and every one of us feels that he belongs to this country. This is not a country which is not under any rule of law. It's a country which is governing by the rules. And we must play the game to the rules. In a game of football, you can't actually say, like our chairman is saying, ati sasa mimi nikufunge nyuma, then somebody else is praying. We want a system where all of us feel that we belong to a country which is democratic, which is free. And in fact, if the government continues this way, they will mess the whole system. And we are seeing a situation which may become like the one which was there 30 years ago when KANU was actually teargassing Kiraito Murungi and everybody else. we want a free and fair playing ground where all of us can join a party, all of us can actually be recognized, or everybody is allowed to come and sell its policies in the county, so that at least people can actually get the information they require.
And thank you for waiting. My name is Penina Kambanja, and I choose to look at it positively. Actually, we've really succeeded in recruitment in the Tharaka Nithi County. There was just a small hitch. That doesn't mean anything to us. We have really recruited. We are just about to hit our targets in the Tharaka Nithi County. The response was beautiful, and the people of the Tharaka Nithi really want change. They are so aware that TSP is a game changer. They have never seen leadership this close before in this part of the country. So for me, it was a success. 2 days in the Tharaka Nithi, we have done so well. There's just a few people who are misadvised, and they dispersed our meeting in Mara. But overall, we have done very well. This is the party to watch in this country. After UDA, it is TSP. We have a very strong party leader. We are not shaken. We are not worried. We are going all the way to the elections in 2022. So thank you, everybody. Tharaka Nithi, just back us up. Tuko pamoja na mtu mwenye anajielewa na mtu mwenye amependa Tharaka Nithi. Tharaka Nithi is a county that has been forgotten. No appointments since independence. So we have told him to know that the Tharaka Nithi is lacking. Tharaka Nithi is deficient. The people of Tharaka Nithi are crying. He's not a visitor in Tharaka Nithi. He was a minister for many years. He has given us a lot of help and many projects in Tharaka Nithi. So it is a time for us to love him back.
Today marks the end of our 2-day visit to the Tharaka Nithi County as the TSP party. We started yesterday in Tharaka, Marimanti. Today we continued in Mara, and of course we have just finalized at Chukaigambangombe. There were no incidences apart from one where police, of course under commands of some senior politician there, trying to disrupt the meeting. And for us as peace-loving Kenyans and who respect the rule of law, we decided not to engage them in any show-offs. But generally, we have managed to recruit over 40,000 TSP members. But the most important to us was that we have managed to sell our vision, mission, and what TSP stands as far as the people are meant to benefit. So our safari, our journey, our trip within the Tharaka Nithi County was successful. As we said, we are looking more at 2022 and beyond. Of course, the politics for us as the Tharaka Nithi County, how are we going to benefit in the next coming government? So it's a matter of strategizing and setting ourselves for the benefits of our people. So for those who feel that we will be cowed or we will be intimidated, we will not. And for a reason why we have decided to choose TSP is because we know that we are going direct to the ballot. We don't want to engage in any other distractions, side shows, as my friend is saying, that will disrupt us from the main course. The unity here is big, as can be witnessed by people who are going for women rep, but they have chosen TSP. By people who are going for parliamentary seats, but they have chosen TSP. So for us, we have been there in the game. We have contested previously. We all know the monkey games that they play, but nobody will distract us from the main cause of helping the people of TNC and making that sure the people of TNC are in the next government that will be formed in the year 2022.